Everybody, this is Jasmine Taylor, and you are tuned into Jasmine's Got the Juice, and I am here live with Miss Feisty the Future.
I got the juice now. I hop in the coupe now. I'm dropping the roof down. I'm hitting the few times. I'm chasing the moolah. I keep me a shooter. He gon' hit your medulla. So don't fuck with the ruler. I got the juice now.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes. I'm good. How are you?
Good.
It's been a long time coming. I was supposed to interview like 2 years ago.
Let's not even talk about it, all right?
But timing is perfect.
She fancy, y'all.
No, I'm not fancy. I don't think I'm so fancy. I do think when I see quality, I don't want to just rush and be like, all right, cool, I'll interview you.
Okay.
Nah, because I want to be set too. Like, I don't like to half-ass anything as well either. So when I saw you guys at WVMR, I was like, soon, I promise.
I appreciate that.
I have to
kept
be in
your
the
word.
process.
You kept your word.
And then also, I like to see people working too. So we played your song on my show, Jasmine Taylor TV. We played your song on my Top 5 at 5 because of my DJ, Mixie Payne. Remember?
Oh, yeah, I know Mixie, yeah.
Yeah, he played a few of your songs, actually. And I was like, oh, she's dope. And I remember reposting it, and you was like, oh, well, if Jasmine like it, it must be alright. Because people be on social media like, oh, she seem rude. And I'm really mad cool. I'm really very cool. But it's not about me, it's about you.
I respect that.
Yes, it's about you. So your latest single you dropped.
The most recent one was Matrix.
Yes, I like that. I listened to it on my way here.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to create that?
Matrix, it was probably like a weekend thing. Like I was sitting at home and I'm writing a verse. One day we was in the studio and they was in the studio with me, the people on it, Val, Breezy.
Okay.
Of course, Minute, Blacko. So, and Breezy came up with the hook. I'm like, all right, it's lit. We did it in the studio. So.
Right. Now, you did mention, of course, Matrix, and then you mentioned guys on the track. Is that unusual with you? Are you like the only female out of the group, out of the guys?
Yeah, my group, yeah.
Okay. Now, does that come in place with your upbringing? Because I listen to your music, and you didn't have like the squeakiest clean upbringing.
Yeah.
So does that come in place with that?
Yeah, like it's just one of those things where I have, like, you mean, is that why I'm the only girl in the crew?
Like, because, you know, sometimes for myself, because we might have grown up a certain way, we gravitate more towards men.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Yeah, like for me, it wasn't a lot of girls in my family. So, like, there's girls, but, like, it's not enough of us.
Right, okay.
So, I would always be around the dudes. I did have, like, my little cousins in the group, but they, like, took another path, so, and she was a girl, so, yeah.
So now is your time to shine.
It's time to shine.
Right, it is. And again, I think you have quality. Even as soon as I walked in here, I'm like, oh shit, this track is fire. I had to ask Minute, like, is this something she just started hearing? I like it. So I want to talk about the steps you actually took to become Feisty the Future.
I first started out like, I used to just play around with rapping, and I'm in high school. Like first, I used to write poetry when I was younger. So when I got to high school, I'm chilling with people. They like, yo, if you want to rap, you gotta really rap, because they would be making beats at the table, and I play around and rap with them. They're like, what's that?
Right.
And then after that, I'm like, I went to the studio. One of my friends took me to the studio. We did the song. We performed it. People knew the song, and some of the people that was there was important people. So I'm like, oh, all right, this lit. So if I could do this now, if I keep going at it, it's time to get,
Right. On. So what inspires you? Like, if I listen, because I do listen to your music, and I don't just look at you as a rapper, I do look at you. Once you said poetry, I'm like, makes sense. So yeah, lyricist.
Lit.
You know, and when of course your music is kind of trendy, but I'm a tough critic. So I actually listen to every detail. And in your music, I feel like you also tell stories as well, considering you do mention your dad a lot.
Yeah.
You do. Yeah. And how has that inspired you with your music?
It inspired me because, like, it was one of those things that I would get mad about sometimes, like not being around my father. And when I would get mad about it, I'm like, you know what, let me just write something about it, And once I started writing stuff about it, I'm like, oh, okay, this will motivate me. So if I got to mention that in a song to start creating everything else, I'm going to do it, So that my whole life, it helped me write about it because I felt like it motivated me.
Right. So
my struggle motivated me.
Right. So when you say your whole life, at what age did you even begin writing? You mentioned high school, but
13. I started. I know it was 13 because I used to just write stuff, never do anything with it. I never thought I wanted to make music.
Do you remember your first rhyme?
Hell no. Absolutely not. I really don't.
I want to get to know you more, and of course, once this is posted, our viewers and everyone else would like to get to know you more. So I came up with this segment.
Okay.
It's not too original or nothing, because people do it all the time, especially drinking games. 2 truths and a lie.
Okay.
I want you to give me 2 truths and a lie, and I have to try to figure it out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
All right.
Could you think off rip or not?
I didn't go to 5th grade in Brooklyn. I went to, my first performance was in Jersey, and I'm 22.
People be good lies nowadays. So, for some reason, I don't feel like your first performance was in Jersey.
You good.
Yeah. For some reason.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like, because I'm a good liar.
That's bad. That's the reason
I'm a good liar. Wow. So I'm like, okay, I know you're young. I do know you're young. And, you didn't go to Brooklyn, school in Brooklyn in 5th grade. Are you even from Brooklyn? You from Brooklyn?
From Brooklyn?
You from Brooklyn? For some reason, I don't get 100% Brooklyn swag from you. So it's like, I don't see.
I know why. No, I'm kidding. I gotta say that.
What?
Nothing.
So was I right?
Yeah.
Oh, I was right. Dope. So what was your first performance then?
My first performance was in Brooklyn.
Where do you remember?
When you're from somewhere, I feel like that. If that's not your first performance, that's different. But it was at Seabreeze.
Oh, I used to party all the time.
Yeah, it was at Seabreeze.
That's actually what got me into doing this, because I'm 25. I used to be a party promoter from 14 years old up until they stopped the teen parties or whatever.
Yeah.
So I used to be up in Seabreeze, a little hole in the wall.
Yeah,
How was it? What was that experience?
It was lit, because at the time, that's when, for me, Ricky Blaze was getting lit. So it was his DJ that did it. And at first, they was taking mad long, so people I was with was being bullies. Like, yo, what's up? Let's go. So they got me on the stage. We on the stage. People knew the words. So for me, that was the night that I'm talking about when I said, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is it. Okay. So, yeah.
So, initially, what is your goal in this industry? Do you plan on becoming signed? Do you want to stay independent? What's up?
Sorry. No, if I could do it without being signed, I'm gonna try. I see where it could be possible. I'm not gonna say it's not possible. But if somebody come with the right numbers, then I'm with it. The song I'm about to put out, Drippy, I was like, hundreds busting out the bands. I just want to hit my dance, give me my advance. Labels better give a deal. I'ma need a couple mil, just keeping it real. That's how I feel.
Right. I see the potential, but with you, I see that you're very versatile. And this is just my opinion. Yeah. I don't want you to be tied down, because once you're signed and stuff, you don't really have that much freedom unless you own everything. Yep. You understand? So because you are so versatile, and me personally, I don't want anyone to try to take that from you. Labels, they try to switch things up.
Yep, change it around.
I think, like you said, if it could be done independently, why not? Of course, distribution deals and things like that. Yeah. I say go for it. But your originality, your originality and your versatility, I say, don't look to be.
Yeah.
Because again, you went from poetry. It's not something you woke up one moment and said, hey, this is something I want to do.
Basically, be a boss. That's what she's saying.
Exactly. You have to. You have to be. Now, I did just say, you didn't wake up one morning and say, hey, how do you feel about the industry today, the music that's out today, the style of music that's out today?
I'm not going to knock it. You know how, everything goes around, comes back around. Right. It's you got to let everybody have their style.
For sure. What's in your phone right now?
I miss lyrics, though. But I miss lyrics that can still make you turn up. Sometimes, it's certain artists that, when I listen to people like Hove and them, they'll have songs that you could play in the club, but he still
that. Those type of music.
But he still got bars, and it's but
who could I find in your recent playlist right now besides yourself?
Kanye, still. I listen to Cass here and there. I'm listening to P&B Rock. I like P&B Rock a lot because I like how he switch it up too. Lately I've been listening to a lot of Rich the Kid and Jay Critch. Okay. I was listening to them for a minute, but like, you know, the more and more I listen, I'm like, all right. Especially like Jay Critch because he still got the Brooklyn in him, but flow hard.
Now, because you are from Brooklyn, is there a specific Brooklyn artist, whether they're mainstream, underground, signed or not, that you would want to work with, that you haven't gotten a chance to work with?
Yeah. It's a couple.
You want to name
now, when you say that, do you mean like the P&B Rocks, or you mean like
it could be? It can even be the Handsome Ballers.
Yeah, right. I would work. Right. It's funny. I don't know if it was Minute. I was just telling Minute.
You have a song that I was listening to earlier.
And you thought he should be on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was telling Minute. And I think my friend Danielle, I was like, yo, I want to do a track with Handsome Baller. I feel like I just was talking to you on the phone about that. I would work with him. Jacquay.
Yeah. Oh.
It's some of them that I already kind of got stuff in the works with.
Right.
I think Neek Bucks too.
Yes.
So yeah, when I think about people like that from around here.
That's what's up. So what are some brief words you can tell, not just rappers, but specifically female rappers in this industry, because it's not the easiest. So what's some good words you can say?
Work hard. Don't let the fact that you feel like you the only one like rocking as a female, because you're not. It's a lot of other females out here working, but if you work, you find them. You know what I'm saying? Because the ones that's not working, they don't find each other. So just work. Don't let nobody stop you. You're gonna be around 10 million wolves, and you're gonna be the only sheep. Grind. That's it.
Now, I do know that you travel often.
Yeah.
Where would you say would be the most love you've gotten?
I mean, other than Brooklyn, it might be between Jersey and Atlanta. Really? Like, because I really do be everywhere. So, like, in Jersey, like, I be telling Minnie, I'm like, yo, I could do a show in, like, South Jersey and get, like, a good number of people there. But Atlanta is kind of lit, too. So.
Now, when it comes to building a fan base, how did that come up for you? Like, do you feel it was hard or it was just consistency? Like, what? Tell me about it.
It's hard. But it's definitely consistency, because there's times I took breaks and then I'm like, damn, if I didn't take that break, I would have been good. Like, because then when I'm still going and I'm not stopping, I'm like, look at all this that's happening. If I would have did this, you know, so it's definitely consistency.
What I would say about the whole break thing is that I've done taking many breaks within radio. On the 22nd, it will actually be 5 years of me being into media. So, taking breaks, they're good because you don't want to run your head into a wall, I would say, because at the end of the day, it's like, oh my gosh, you're going to be watching other people saying, damn, I need this deadline, when realistically, timing is everything. Like I told you in the beginning, I was supposed to enter you like a year or two ago, but I was like, nah, I see great potential, and I don't want to half-ass anything. And I feel like everyone in life, even if it depends on buying a car or your house, like don't half-ass anything. So it's real. I like real stuff, because even when it comes to watching stuff on YouTube, I don't watch TV anymore because TV is just not real.
Why?
I don't know. I watch it, but I watch reality TV, like the Love and Hip Hops and stuff. I don't watch Power anymore because Stars and Optimum don't have their deal right now, and I'm not paying for Stars. I'm not gonna pay for Stars.
Did you watch Power? Oh, you said you didn't watch Power.
No, I mean I've watched it, but when it just dropped last week, no, I didn't, because Stars and Optimum, they didn't re-sign each other. So.
Who was your favorite on Love and Hip Hop?
I love Love and Hip Hop New York, so. Like the Miami, I don't really watch it, but I do love the Afro Latina. What's her name?
She in the Miami one?
Yeah, she's from Miami. But as far as New York, who's there now, I would honestly say Jacquay, not just because he's a cool person of mine, but he's seen, but he ain't too, like, you know, they're not portraying a too negative image of him. And I like that. Like, you can even tell that when Cardi B was a part of Love and Hip Hop, she was in it, but not all the way in it, you know? And I feel like the people, like the Yandys and the Jocelyn's of Love and Hip Hop, those people can be made, oh, well, that person looks like a cheater, that person looks like she ratchet, that person looks whatever. You know, the familiar faces, I feel like. Who's your favorite?
I like Yandy. I mean, now that Jacquay on there, I like the Jacquays. The reason I like Yandy on it is just because I feel like she really in it. That's my thing about it. Like when I look at certain people in there, I'm like, all right, they in there to do what they do. They off it, and it's fine if that's what you want to do. But when you watch reality, you want to see reality, like somebody
for sure.
Yeah, I don't watch the other ones for me. So
yeah, I watch Atlanta when it comes out because it started with New York and then Atlanta, so those are the two ones that I'm familiar with.
I watched Atlanta. Is Jocelyn still on it? That's when I was watching it. I don't know if she still is, but.
She said that she doesn't want to be in it anymore. Yeah, it was some big thing. She cursed Mona Scott out and everything. It was ridiculous.
Mona better run down.
Like how you cursing her? She done paid many of your bills. Like, but aside from that, I do respect Swift on the Man. He's not on it anymore, but Swift on the Man. When I leave here,
why he got off it? I usually pay attention to why they get off.
Probably because Cardi B now. Remember, he was Cardi producer.
But I feel like there's a bunch of other artists on there that he know. Like, for example, I just seen he was in the studio with Safari the other day. With that being said, they could bring him on.
But who knows? That probably isn't the image either. Because they could portray anything. Because they did have him, when he was on it, they had him looking like he's some cheater, some disrespectful person. So you never know. So I want to ask you, since we are talking about love and hip hop, if that opportunity were to fall in your lap, would you take it?
Yeah. Potentially, I'd probably take that. I always get asked that question, so I feel like they need to stop playing and just call and make it happen.
I think y'all should start a petition, get that going. Hashtag up on that on Mona Scott shit. Have everybody same way.
We got connections.
Yeah,
So I got connections too. Everybody got connections in this industry, but I do feel like the support from other people as well. If they continue to see a hashtag, a tag, or whatever, they're gonna be like, who? Maybe I need her.
Yeah.
So start a campaign.
She knows what she doing.
Start a campaign. But okay. There are two more things I need from you before we wrap this up. Okay. I need another freestyle, and I do need you to let everyone know what you have in the works and where they can find you.
Right now I'm working on a mixtape in the streets, and that means I'm in the streets for the industry. And that's basically how I feel.
So it's in the streets?
Yes, in the streets. So it's
I-N-D-U-S-T. Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, so I spell it like in the streets, but I'm in the street for the industry.
That's fire.
So I'm in the streets for the industry, and then I'm dropping a couple tracks back to back. We're about to drop Drippy, that's me, Black O Breezy. I just dropped Matrix, and I'm gonna just keep swagging it out. Follow me on social media at Feisty the Future, FIESTY the Future. And it's lit.
Yeah, she is the future.
45 Empire.
I was about to say, you have a performance coming up.
SOBs, February 11th. It's called the Wild Card Series. Get familiar with that. We have everybody on it. Punches hosted this one. For the Kill, they running a lot of stuff right now. So we getting lit. We got a lot of dope sponsors. We're going to have Belly in the building. Turn up.